What it do, crispy crew? So, at the time of recording this, it is the first week of January of 2026, an entirely new year. But you also know what that means, completely new anime. So basically, what I'm going through is just a quick short little video to go through any new anime that's coming out that I feel like people need to watch out for. Or if it's not necessarily a new anime, at the very least a new season. So, let's get right into it. So first things first we got on our list is Gachia Kuda. I've only read about 10 chapters of this manga, but the anime has been going on for, I think, almost a year now, I think. If I remember correctly, somewhere around a year to 6 months from now. So I was actually completely wrong. It actually came out November of 2025, so that's barely 3 months away. So, I mean, from of me recording this video. So overall, still fairly new, and if I remember correctly, I think it got renewed for a couple of seasons as well. Essentially, it translates to legit trash. It's a Japanese manga written by Kei Urana. If I remember correctly, I think they helped out on a couple of other series, actually. I'm gonna double editor dev, you can throw that in, what other series they could have helped on. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not entirely sure. Well, apparently she served as an assistant for Atsushi Okubo, author for Fire Force and Soul Eater, if you've watched any of those anime. I've watched a little bit of Fire Force, I watched a little bit of Soul Eater, never finished either of those things. Either way, she worked as an assistant for Bro, and if that helps you get into a manga, then this is perfect timing. Generally though, what it's about, it's basically, for lack of better terms, the best way to describe this, it's basically about a boy named Rudo. He lives in the slums of a wealthy society, basically. And what to do is all the rich folks just throw their trash into where him and his people live. So it's basically a very much story about classism, turning one man's trash into another man's treasure. But even the plot isn't even necessarily the biggest plot point of what I want to recommend this for. It's mainly because of the fact that it is one of the most interesting stylized manga / anime that's coming out in recent time. I gotta say, in terms of the English dub, it is really fucking good with some of the voice direction. You hear a lot of actual black voice actors be able to talk in what seems to be almost native tongues, for lack of better terms. From Jabber, and there's another character. It was a taller black lady with glasses. I forgot her name was, but because once again, I have not read this in a very long time, and I'm kind of like getting back into it because of the anime coming out. But overall, really great voice direction, and honestly, it's a lot of graffiti that's around here. And me being a big fan of graffiti and just that type of style of content, it's really something that also draws me to the manga and anime. So I'll definitely be keeping up with this. It also kind of reminds me of Jet Set Radio, if you've played that game, or anything similar to it. I think they call it grind fiction. It's like the subgenre of where that's kind of like falling into. Overall, pretty good one. I'd say look out for this. I'm pretty sure it's still releasing episodes, if I'm not tweaking. If not, it's already finished. You can probably still watch this / read it. The manga's really fucking good. I say go for it. Next up on our list, we have Marriage Toxin. It's a Japanese web manga series written by I'm going to put his name on screen because I know for a fact I'm going to butcher this, and I don't want to do just that. This dude who's like basically part of this like poison clan of assassins and things of that nature, and essentially though, their family lifestyle is in danger because no one is ready to pass off the offspring out of him and his sister. So he decides to take up the mantle of helping pass on the lineage. He doesn't want his sister to do it because his sister is a lesbian, so she would basically be forcing herself to do things that she really don't want to do, which is liking men. And honestly, why would you want anyone to do that? But their grandmother is basically forcing them to do that if this nigga doesn't get married. So that's literally the entire point. That's his entire goal, is to find someone to marry. Here's the problem. This nigga has no social skills whatsoever. He put all of his character points. Bro put all of his badges into killing niggas. That's been his whole thing. So it's like, it's been very interesting to read. I have fell off from this manga, but I plan on rereading or recatching it back up to it. it's been very funny watching this nigga gain his social skills and romantic skills to find someone to marry, for lack of better terms. It's very interesting, and honestly I think it's a really good read, and personally I feel like a lot of the appeal comes from the romantic comedy aspect of things. I genuinely think it's gonna actually come out with an anime later this month as of recording this video. So definitely, if you're an anime only type dude, it's literally coming out very soon this month. Let me double check what time it's actually going to come out. I was completely fucking wrong. It doesn't come out January. It comes out later this month, later this year in April 2026. However, if you want to get ahead of it like I do, it's probably best for you to try to get into the manga, try catching up. It's a very fun watch, very fun series, so I say go for it personally. I think it's going to be, in my personal opinion, one of the best anime that comes out in 2026. So I guess we can go through some quick fire for basically a couple of other anime that's scheduled to come out within, or has already come out during the time of me recording this video. So basically January until who knows when you see this. So first things first, we got Frieren Season 2. It's already a banger there, don't really need much there. Jigaraku, Jujutsu Kaisen The Culling Game Part 1. So apparently they're splitting this arc into, I think, 2, maybe even 3 parts. I haven't got to this part in the manga, so I don't actually know how long it's supposed to be, if I'm being completely honest with you. But overall, that's what they're doing there. You got Oshi no Ko, the 3rd season, so I would say look out for that. And we also got Fire Force Season 3 Part 2. Now, I have not caught up to Fire Force, but I heard that the part that they're actually planning to animate right now is going to be a very decent watch. So I say go for that. Other than that, a couple other heavy hitters that I think that people should look out for is Golden Kamuy final season. If you're a big Golden Kamuy fan, we finally get a final season for y'all. I think the manga been finished, but this anime looks pretty interesting to say the least. And for anyone who's a Trigun fan, the remake for Trigun, I don't know if it's a movie or if it's an anime. Either way, they're going to basically make another season to the remake of Trigun Stargaze, so look out for that. It should be pretty decent for y'all. The final one that I wanted to touch on before we end this video is not necessarily a shonen like battle anime, but it is what I believe to be a somewhat of a rom-com. It is Tamun's B-side. Basically, there's this idol group in this anime named Face, or like F/Ace, and they've recently risen to popularity, and it's all thanks to their lead singer Tamun. He's basically your average